Hello, Dr. Khan. Thank you for seeing me. I've been having these headaches lately, and they're really starting to wear me down.
I understand, Elena. Headaches can be incredibly disruptive. Tell me, what do these headaches feel like?
Well, it's like a constant pressure, almost like a tight band around my head. It's not a throbbing pain, but it's definitely uncomfortable and makes it hard to concentrate.
And how often would you say you experience these headaches?
A couple of times a week, sometimes more if I'm stressed or haven't been sleeping well.
It sounds like you might be describing tension headaches, Elena. They are the most common type of headache. They typically feel like a tight band or pressure around the head.
Tension headaches. I've heard of those. Are they serious?
Generally, they are not a cause for serious concern. However, it's important not to ignore recurring headaches.
That's somewhat reassuring, but I'm curious, how are tension headaches different from, say, migraines?
That's an excellent question. Unlike migraines, tension headaches typically don't cause nausea or vomiting and are not usually aggravated by light or sound.
So, if it's a tension headache, what causes it?
While the exact mechanisms are complex, tension headaches are primarily associated with muscle tension in the head, neck, and shoulders.
Muscle tension, like when I'm stressed?
Exactly. Stress is a major trigger for tension headaches. When you're stressed, your muscles tense up, potentially leading to that familiar headache pain.
That makes a lot of sense. I have been under a lot of pressure at work lately.
Stress is a big one, but other factors contribute to tension headaches. Poor posture, lack of sleep, dehydration, and even skipping meals can trigger them. When we don't take care of our bodies, they react in ways that can cause discomfort and pain.
Now that you mention it, I have been hunched over my computer for hours on end. I often get so engrossed in my work that I forget to take breaks, and I often forget to drink enough water throughout the day. It's easy to overlook these small but important habits.
It's like putting together a puzzle, Elena. Each piece represents a different aspect of your health. We need to consider all these factors to understand your headaches better. It's not just one thing, but a combination of many.
So it's not just in my head, so to speak. It's more complex than I thought. It's a combination of things. I never realized how interconnected everything is.
Precisely. Understanding this can help us manage and prevent these headaches more effectively. It's often a combination of lifestyle factors and physical tension that contribute to these headaches. By addressing each piece of the puzzle, we can work towards a solution that brings you relief and improves your overall well-being.
Is there a surefire way to know if it's a tension headache and not something else? I often get confused because the symptoms seem so similar to other types of headaches.
While I can't diagnose without a proper examination, we can discuss the common symptoms. Tell me, where exactly do you feel the pain? Is it localized to one area, or does it spread across your head?
It's usually all over my head, but sometimes it's more focused on my temples or the back of my neck. Occasionally I feel it around my forehead too, and it can be quite distracting.
And the pain intensity? Is it mild, moderate, or severe? Does it fluctuate throughout the day or stay consistent?
It's definitely more of a dull ache than a sharp pain. The intensity can vary, but it's mostly moderate. Sometimes it feels like a tight band around my head.
And does anything you do seem to make it worse? For example, does physical activity, stress, or certain movements trigger or exacerbate the pain?
Moving my head too quickly or bending over can sometimes intensify the pressure. Stressful situations and long hours at the computer also seem to make it worse. Even lack of sleep can trigger it.
That's helpful information, Elena. The location, intensity, and aggravating factors you describe align with typical tension headache symptoms.
So it's unlikely to be something more serious.
While tension headaches are the most likely culprit, based on your description, it's essential to rule out other possibilities.
What else could it be?
We want to ensure it's not a sinus headache, which is often associated with facial pain and pressure. And of course, we need to consider other headache types, although less likely based on your description.
I understand it's better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about finding relief from these tension headaches.
What can I do to ease the pain when it strikes?
Over-the-counter pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen can be effective for most tension headaches.
I've tried those and they seem to help temporarily. Are there other options?
Applying a warm compress or taking a warm bath can relax tense muscles. Gentle neck stretches and massage can also provide relief.
Those are great suggestions, doctor. I'll definitely try those. How can I avoid falling into that trap? I've heard that overusing medication can actually make headaches worse.
A good rule of thumb is to limit the use of over-the-counter pain relievers. These medications can be helpful, but they should be used sparingly because they can cause medication overuse headache. Try to restrict their use to no more than 2 to 3 times per week for headache relief. This helps prevent dependency and reduces the risk of medication overuse headaches.
2 to 3 times a week. I see. So it's about finding a balance and not over-relying on them. Okay, I can do that. I'll keep track of my usage more carefully.
And if you find yourself relying on pain relievers more often, it's crucial to consult with me. We can explore alternative solutions that might be more effective in the long run. There are various strategies we can consider, such as lifestyle changes, stress management techniques, and other non-pharmacological treatments.
That makes sense. I'd much rather address the root of the problem than just mask it with pills. What kind of lifestyle changes should I consider? I'm willing to make adjustments if it means fewer headaches and less medication.
I commend you for that, Elena. Taking a proactive approach to your health is key. We can look at your diet, exercise routine, and sleep patterns to identify areas for improvement. Small changes can make a big difference. For example, staying hydrated, maintaining a regular sleep schedule, and managing stress effectively can all contribute to reducing headache frequency. Let's work together to create a plan that fits your lifestyle and helps you achieve better health. Remember, managing tension headaches often requires a multifaceted approach.
What do you mean by that?
It's about addressing those triggers we discussed earlier, managing stress through techniques like exercise or meditation, improving your posture, staying hydrated, and getting enough sleep.
So it's a lifestyle change as much as anything else.
Precisely. By incorporating these healthy habits into your daily routine, you can potentially reduce the frequency and severity of your headaches.
Dr. Khan, thank you so much for explaining everything so clearly. I feel much more informed and empowered to tackle these headaches head on.